Southside to uptown, the city is back, cause we are. I know you see the sun in the map. Yeah, we are. Yeah, cause we been on the map. You could better stack one that I put my city on my back. Man, I swear these niggas lying if they say my city down. You could better stack one that I put my city on my back. I'ma do it for my Wizards again. We going all the way this year. What?
How's it going, Wiz Nation, Wizards fans? What's good? Y'all know who it is. It's your boy, Cam Mingo. And yes, another bad week. Lost 6 in a row. 7 or 8, something like that. We lost 3 games. The Bulls, Pacers, and Clippers were return of John Wall. But we're going to talk about the Bulls first, and then Pacers and the Clippers. And after that, I got a new segment for y'all that I'm not done yet. So let's get started. Start with the Bulls first. Beginning game, we started a little flat. We couldn't get nothing going offensively. We turned the ball over a little bit. But then we were down to 7-6 early points. And Kyle Kuzma, he kept the Wiz in it. After the start. I know Tosh Gibson, his presence when he came to the game early, his presence, gave a little bit of lift. But in the second quarter, I love how we kept on attacking the ball. We attacked, get them in foul trouble. The defense had its moments, but at that time we could lead 1 point. We have a few defensive breakdowns, and we missed some easy layups that we could take the lead. But they were up. Well, they had like a 6, 7, 8 point lead on that. If we cut it down to 3, thank you, Will Barton. Going into the break, down 3. In the third quarter, it was the same thing. We attacked, and then they keep answering right back, taking a chance to take the lead. But what I think they were was, the same things well in the second quarter, attack, but started to become a back and forth battle, and we got the lead going into the fourth quarter. And they said we were, coming in, we were undefeated in that game going to the fourth quarter, and then Daniel freaking Gaffer, his offense and defense, his presence set the tone early in the fourth quarter. And then we were up 6 with 8 minutes to go. And then DeRozan and Levine got hot. And we kept trading buckets. Trading lead for lead. Turn point of game. I think we were up 1 when KP made 2 free throws. And DeMar DeRozan turned up. I said, I knew it was gonna happen. Why did KP just reached out and fouled? I'm like, damn, KP. And then we cut the lead 2, but we couldn't secure the offensive board, and that was it. We had a chance to get a stop, but we couldn't do it. Had a chance to tie or win the game, but it's a wrap. Let's get these numbers real quick. KP led all scorers with 28 points, 9 boards, but he had 5 turnovers though. We'll talk about turnovers in a moment. Kuzma, 20 points again in a loss, 18 shooting, 5 boards, 3 turnovers. Even Monte Morris, he had a good game. He had 17 points, 8 assists. So when Monte Morris gets you offensively, we do good things. We had 6 double figures, 6. Porzingis, Kuzma, Morris, Denny, Kispert, and Gaffer. As for the Bulls, DeRozan led all Bulls players with 27 points, 7 boards. Vucevic had a good game like he did in the first time. He had 20 points, 11 boards. And Levine, who did not play in the Wiz early on in the season, he had 25 points, 7 boards. Team stats, we did shoot the ball pretty well. We shot 40%, but the Bulls shot 50%. We shot poorly from the 3-point line. We were 9 on 31. And the Bulls, they were kind of poor too. They were okay, I'll say that. They were 10 and 23, so. But the key thing is the free throws. We missed 9. 20 and 29. Remember I told you how we were attacking the basket, but we couldn't make a free throw. That's 69%, 2029. For the Bulls, 15-17, which is 80%. So that really did. If he made most of our free throws, who knows? We probably would have won the game and made our threes. Rebounds, -3. I said, okay. But the turnovers, then both teams turnover. We had 18 and the Bulls had 19. So the turnovers, the free throws, and the missed threes did us in. Especially mostly the free throws. That really just cost us. Turnover. If you turn over against the Bulls team, you're gonna get out and run on us. So now it's on to the Pacers. Like we got to a horrendous start against the Pacers. We started 9-0, 9-0 the Pacers, but thankfully we woke up, got back in the game, playing solid defense, knocking down 3. We made 7 threes in the first quarter. Kyle Kuzma, what is he on? The cruise control set the tone. 12 points in the first quarter. And Denny, and shout out to Denny Avia too. He came in, showed up, made shots, got his teammate involved. I was like, okay. But our bench in the second, they were pretty solid in that second quarter. Goodwin provided the spark that we needed to maintain the lead. Once Pacers called timeout, and they called an early timeout, the bench went on a run. We allowed them to shoot wide open threes. But once KP, the unicorn, he came back and could not miss. Where this dunking, mid-range, 3, like he was on fire. It was like watching the Minnesota game all over again. He was up 9 for 9 from the field, but once KP high, pace answer. It was going back and forth. We couldn't get any stop. We were just trading buckets. It was a high-scoring game. I can't remember what the score was at halftime. But I thought the Wizards in the third quarter, we played with desperation. Started the game second half. We were locked in eventually, and then we were up 6. And then once again, the Pacers won a run. Like we were keeping it close. But once Kuzma and Porzingis came out, like late third quarter, they started to chip away. But it was for Jordan Goodwin, who kept the Wizards in the game with his offense. Like he was locking guys up offensively, but his defense, oh my god! And he made some timely tip-ins too. But that fourth quarter, it was all Jordan Goodwin. He was everywhere. But once the Pacers, they made timely shots. That time we cut it close. They made them. But I got one thing. The refs were terrible. They missed a bunch of calls on Indiana. They missed some push-offs when we were trying to get the rebound. They missed them. I'm like, are you serious? And that was our bidding. That was, you know what I'm saying? That was it. And let's get to these numbers, okay, for the Wiz Pacers game. Here we go. Porzingis did again. 29 points, missed 2 shots, 11 of 13, 9 boards. Kuzma did his thing like usual, 27 points, 9-20 shooting, 7 boards, and 7 assists. Like I said, Denny, he is solid, 14 points, 9 boards, 4 assists. But shout out to Jordan Goodwin, like I mentioned, 19 points, 6-10 shooting, 3-5 shooting, and 5 steals. I said, we found the gem in Jordan Goodwin. But we'll get to Jordan Goodwin later on in the moment. As for the Pacers, Buddy Hield led Pacers with 28 points, 4-10 for 3, 12-19 shooting. Halliburton had 23 and 11, you know what I'm saying? But Mathurin off the bench, like, that kid's good. Like, he should be starting at some point, but we'll see. He had 18 points and 8 boards. Team stats, both teams shot over 50%. We shot 50%, Pacers 50. The threes, get this. First quarter, we made 7 threes. He made 3 of them rest of the way. If we made our threes, who knows? We probably had a chance to win this game. And Pacers they made 18 of them. 18-41, that's 43%. But free throw, like I mentioned, we did miss 6 though, so I'll take that. 19-25. Like I said, if you miss 8, 9, or 10 free throws or more, you're gonna lose. We were 19-25, that's 76%. Pacers were 17-20, which is 85%. But turnovers, we had 14 of them, so that's you know what I'm saying, it's still bad to me. But I said if you get close to 15 turnovers or more, you're gonna lose. But rebounds, we were -2, 40-38. But we did have 12 offensive board. We couldn't get any. We did get a lot of second shot opportunities though. So, and now we move on to the Clippers. The return of the Wall star, John Wall. Now, let's get to these numbers here. And we had a good start in that game. We were at 10-0. I said, okay. I said, we're at home, you know what I'm saying? Which we're good at, by the way. And the Clippers, they got back at it thanks to PG-13, who had 11 points in the first quarter. And get this, the funny thing is, I was watching the game. I was not there. Watching the game, they cut the game out. I'm like, where's the game at? They putting on audio, something like that. But good thing it put back in. And in the second quarter, I like how Goodwin and Kuzma were carrying Wizards. Our defense was locked in as well early. We took advantage with both PG and Kawhi out the game. But John Wall, our Wall star, and then brought them back in it. We were up 10. He's like, this is my city. I was like, yeah, it still is. Even though you're not a Wizard, it still is your city. And I like the one play where Kuzma chased down block, but they call a foul though. And my friend's like, no, let him go. I'm like, no. Like, you gotta challenge that. I know these forms was on. I said, you gotta challenge that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, when you play John Wall, I know he's not a team anymore. He still is your opponent. You know what I'm saying? But after that John Wall takeover, who took over? Kyle Kuzma. Kuz control, baby. Oh my freaking God. He could not miss, especially for three. He was 5 for 5 and 3, 25 points in the first half. I'm like, oh my freaking damn. Cause every three shot he was throwing up. I'm like, dude, I said, oh no. And it still went in. And Kyle Kuzma, he kept it going. He kept it coming and coming. We defended, especially, like I said, Jordan Goodwin does it again. And we were up 13 points, biggest lead. But the Clippers end the quarter on a 15-0 run to lead by 2, going to the fourth. And it continued going to the fourth, and they go up 5. But we weren't going away. We were going back and forth. It was a game of runs. You know what I'm saying? A game of runs. And at one point we were tied at 107. And why did you double Kawhi Leonard? Why? You did it twice. You did it one time. You know what I'm saying? Let him go 1-on-1. You know what I'm saying? And then you let Nick Batum wide open for 3. And I'm like, who was on fire in the fourth quarter? He made some timely threes. And you can't forget who Nick Batum is. I see him make big shot before. And KP, Unicorn, why you shoot that ugly 3? Why? Like, that was the worst possession I ever seen this season. I'm like, come on now. You don't need 3. You need a quick 2. He had like 20 seconds left to go on the clock, and you want to shoot a 3, like a desperation 3. I'm like, really? And that was it. Let's get to these numbers here. For the Wizards, Kyle Kuzma finished the game with 35 points, 12 rebounds, did 6 turnovers, made 7 threes. He was 14-27. KP had 30 and 15 rebounds. Goodwin and I think his second star or third, something like that. I think his second star. He had 17 points, 6 steals, and it says here he's the first Wizard to have 5 steals or more in back-to-back games since our old friend Larry Hughes back in 2005. I said, Jordan Goodwin. I said this on Twitter yesterday. Once DeLon Wright comes back, you got to bench Will Barton. You got to play both Goodwin and DeLon at the same time. I want to see that. 2 defensive 6'5" guards on the court at the same time. See what happens. I think Will Barton just lost his minutes. By the way, who didn't play on Saturday. Our bench was non-existent. We had 7 bench points. 7. For the Clippers, PG led all scorers. Paul George, 36 points, 13 27 shooting, 5 12 and 3. Marcus Morris was pretty good, 19 points, 6 boards. Our old friend John Wall, 13 points, 5 3. I remember Wishman saying, like, oh my God, he about to put up 50 on him. I'm like, really? Like, like he's not the John Wall that we want to know. You did show flashes, we can do, but it's not John Wall of 2017. You can forget that. And we did a good job on Kawhi Leonard. He 13 points, 5-13 shooting. I know he's on a minimum restriction though, but we did pretty good. We did pretty good on Kawhi Leonard. And for the bench, they had 29 bench points to our 7. This is why we miss Rui Hachimura on our bench, because he gives you the edge off the bench. We're missing that. And let's get to these team stats. Both teams, they shot okay. We shot 40%, Clippers 42%. Both teams making threes though. We were 16-34, which is 47%, which is pretty good though. Clippers, they made 19 of 48. They can shoot a lot of threes. They got some corner threes everywhere on that team. Free throws, good job. We missed 2. I'm like, but we were 17-19. When Clippers, they missed 1. 15-16, which is 93%. We won the boards because Clippers, they're a solid rebound team. Because they best rebound is Zubac. We won the boards 50-42, and we did have some career tournament though. We had 14 of them, and the Clippers had 10. So when you play against these teams, these good teams, you gotta protect the ball, which we didn't do that this week. So, and steals, remember going to say we had 8 of them. You know what I'm saying? But we lost 6 in a row, y'all. What are we gonna do? So we're gonna take this quick break, and we're gonna reveal my newest segment for in the show. So stay tuned.
Leading to the Pacers 4-on-1 advantage. Great defense by Jordan Goodwin, getting his hands in the passing lane. And Porzingis on the other end, catching the lob from Monte.
All right, y'all, we are back. And now it's time for a new segment that we have not done in the show before. It's almost similar to when I do my bowl predictions, do my season preview shows. But since we're in the end season, I either call this segment Wizards and Answers. Now, here's how Wizards and Answers works. I post a question on Facebook, Twitter, whatever, any question as well as the Wizards. We're going to share to everybody. But since I post on Facebook but not Twitter, because I hate some Wizards fans on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? But I did it on Facebook instead. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't trust Twitter whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? But on Facebook, because we're going to talk about our favorite John Wall moments, right? Question is this. Besides the John Wall Game 6 game-winning shot against the Celtics, what is your favorite John Wall moment? Let's get to some these comments here. Some guy named Dozier Marshall said, the fast break behind the back. Oh my God, yeah. That behind the back in the playoffs. And we were down big, right? He just like went mid-court at the ball, speed ahead, behind the back, and just, I'm like, ooh my God. I'm like, even though we were down big, but it was like, that was nasty. That was a nasty play right there. I'm like, whoa. Now, another comment here. Oh, yes. This is one of my favorites. The dunk contest. When he jumped over my man G Wiz. Woo! I was like, that's it. I was like, that made me the John Wall fan that I remember. That was the moment right there. When he jumped over G Wiz and he won the dunk contest. First would ever do it. Now let's see another one. One said, some guy named Oscar Diaz said, the moment that he left. I'm like, really? That was shocking right there. That was one of the most shocking trades in Wizards history, because we were not ready for him to leave. Because when we found out when traded for Westbrook, we were all in shock that we traded him. But it turned out to be a good trade, because Russell did carry us to the playoffs, but it was just one season though. Let's see. You got any more? Oh yeah, some guy named Woj Tech Kansas says John Wall put most points in a game versus the Magic on December 6, 2016 with the 50-point game, and it was a loss though. That was the most points he put up in his career. But after that loss, I remember it was at home. After that loss, it turned out that we went on a 17-game home win streak, and that started our run to have a great season. Remember, we started out real poorly, and then one game at home, I can't remember who it was, it just took off, and that's all I remember. But I'm gonna give you two before we had like a no one mention the Maya game. Remember that game where I think she was 60-year-old Maya friend. Remember that she met, right? Who wanted to meet Nicki Minaj back in like 2014, and then all of a sudden, like months later, she passed away due to cancer. And John Wall put up probably it's one of my favorite John moments ever. I remember he put up a 26-17 assist against Celtics in 2 overtimes. I remember how emotional was in the post-game show, didn't the media or nothing. But that was the John Wall that changed him. That really changed his life. He was still a young guy, but I think after that game, he just turned to a community person. You know what I'm saying? And he did win the next season. He won Community Assist Award winner the next season, by the way. And number 2, oh my God, I was there for this one. When I was there. We played the Oklahoma City Thunder when Russell won MVP season. The play where John Wall this little between the legs pass to Otto. I said the crowd was going nuts. That was probably my favorite play in person. I see as it was a fan, probably the best play ever in person. And crowd's like, ooh, and they're like, we won that game big. It was a beat down during that game, but that was sick. I tweeted, I said, that's it. This man is the best point guard in the NBA. That's why I said that. I remember that back 5 years ago. And I'm gonna add one more that no one mentioned. When John Wall put his team on his back, put up 42 points against the Hawks to close out Game 6 against the Hawks. Remember that? When he scored like 19 in the fourth quarter and he scored the last, 19 points at that game? Where, remember, he lost the game. We were going back to Washington for Game 7, but John was said, I want to end it right here. I remember Quavo and Gucci Mane and Julio Jones were courtside, and John said, I'm putting up 35 more, and then what happened? Got 42. His most points scored in the playoffs in his career. So that was sick. But for everyone who commented, thank y'all for participating. It'll be, hopefully we'll do this again soon next time. But I'm gonna tell y'all this, Wizards fans. After this show, I'm gonna take a little break. I'll be back after this Wizards West Coast trip because one game will interfere because my Commanders play Sunday Night Football against the Giants, which is a big game. I think football is more important now than basketball. So if they're playing afternoon, I think we'll be on break. You know what I'm saying? But I think we got the Lakers during that time interfere. But I pick one. I'll watch Commanders because they're in playoff chase right now. So I'll be back after Christmas once the road trip's over. Because then we got the Nets before we go out west. We got in the West Coast. We got the Nuggets, the Clippers, the Lakers, the Suns, Jazz, and Kings. It's brutal. So these next 7 games is do or die, make us or break us. So I'm not putting my feet on the gas pedal yet, but you know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna be loyal, you know what I'm saying? So that's it. Thank y'all for watching. Now the deal. Follow on Twitter at Kemming, on same Instagram, Wiz page, Twitter at Wiz_Nation, Instagram Nation_Wiz. Thank y'all. Peace.